Hard panniers or soft panniers? That's the big debate in the adventure rider community. Today we're going to review the Harley Davidson soft panniers for the Pan America. Like I said in the intro, one of the big debates for adventure riders is, should you use hard panniers or soft panniers? I see value in both. Hard panniers are better if you're going to be doing road trips. They offer more structure. You can pack them tighter. In the case of Harley Davidson, they actually have more capacity than the soft panniers. However, that all changes when you go off-road. When you go off-road, in the unlikely event that you tip over, a hard pannier is not so good. And in fact, I've not been vertical on a couple of occasions. And when that's happened, I've actually bent and damaged my hard panniers. It required me to bend them back out with a pry bar. One most notable is when I was in Alaska. I tipped it over at a rest area. So I have a set of Harley Davidson soft panniers that mount to the side of the bike in place of the hard panniers. It uses the same rack mechanism that the hard panniers use. Once you have it, you can go from one to the other. There is an extension that goes to the bottom, and I'll show you that when we get to installing them, that keeps the hard pannier in place and keeps it from folding in towards the rear wheel. I'm going to go ahead and remove the hard panniers, and then we'll start with the installation of the soft. All right, before we start installing these, I want to go over the mounting straps that come with the hard panniers. There is this protective area or protective piece that goes up against the rack to allow for abrasion protection on the side of the bag to keep it waterproof. There's two straps that go over the top of the seat or over this top of the rear rack and the rear passenger seat. Then there are 4 of these that go around the frame of the rear rack as well. So these are kind of an awkward clasp to put on and put off, but what you do is you wrap it around the bar and then you feed it through this buckle. And if you can see in the camera, that buckle, the piece will fit. You put it at an angle and you just push it through. Here on the back of the bike, it's pretty easy to do, but when you're doing it on the actual bars, it's a little more difficult than it appears here. Then to remove it, same thing, you fold it flat and push it through the opening. Again, it's easy to do here, but that's the attachment mechanism. You can go around forward or go around behind. I don't think it much matters. There's 4 of these that secure it to the rack, and then this that goes over. Like I said, here's the 2 halves that go together. So you can see it. Hopefully being black on black, it's a little difficult, but more or less it works like the side straps that I showed you. You feed the buckle through, you fold it straight, and that's what holds it. So I'm going to do that for both sides, and then we'll lay this across the top of the rear seat. In this case, it works like standard saddlebags that you would have that you throw over a back seat. All right. And then you can adjust the position with the pull strap here. So in this case, we want to adjust them to where they're sitting directly over the posts that you use for the hard luggage. When this is in place, one of the straps goes right over the rear passenger seat. So in my case, when Chris is going to be sitting here, she'll have to contend with this. The rearmost strap fits between the trunk area and the seat itself. So this is the proper positioning. All right, zooming in, you can see that's a little difficult to see with the lighting, but I think here's probably the best. That square that sits on the back to prevent abrasion. Yeah, so that will fit over that. And if you look further down, the same abrasion cover goes there. Now, they say when you install this, you zoom out a little bit, come out here, this reflective stripe needs to line up with this bar. So what I'm going to do on both sides is I'm going to raise this up a little bit to get it there. So on this side it looks similar. That reflective stripe needs to line up with that bar right there. In the intro I talked about a guard that goes below the rack that keeps this from folding in. It's really important here on the exhaust side. So if you look, that bracket right there is what keeps the bag from swinging into the exhaust. Before we begin strapping this onto the racks, I want to go over what the strap mechanism looks like. So if you remember, I showed you these pieces here that loop through the bars and connect through there. What I didn't show you is what the rest of this looks like. So what you have is one really long piece of webbing that in essence starts on one side here, goes through this buckle, comes back through, goes through a pocket on the face, back to the other side, through the other buckle, and back to here. So you can adjust how much slack is given on either side through that pocket. To start with, loosen these up quite a bit so you have plenty of slack. I'll show you how to tighten it in just a minute, but what you want is to have plenty of slack so you can get your hand up in there and connect all the buckles. I'm going to position the camera in the back and we are going to connect the buckles and then I'll show you how to tighten it. Here we are at the back of the bike. I've zoomed in a bit to make it a little easier to see. So this is the left-hand side, the side without the exhaust. This is the strap that we adjusted earlier. So I made quite a bit of extra space so I could have room to work. What you do is you then go through and we feed these around the back of the rack. So right there is the rack that's used for both the hard panniers and the soft. So I'm going to feed it behind. And then feed this small buckle through the large buckle. You want to make sure you give yourself enough slack because if you don't, this is going to be really difficult. You won't have much room. You're going to tighten this up and all this extra slack will go away. So there's the top. Now let's do the bottom. And in this case, I'll feed it through the front. And then the back. And then back through. So either way, I don't think it much matters. But I've done one the front and one the rear. So the buckle you can see and the buckle you can't. Maybe it might be better to do them both this way. All right, so there is the two of the rear. Next, I will do the two on the front, and I'll do the four on the right-hand side of the bike. Now that you've seen it, I don't think I need to show you all of them. Now I'm going to go through how you tighten it. So remember, we loosen this up so there's plenty of slack. First and foremost, you need to make sure it's positioned correctly. So right now, what I want to do is not take much slack out of the front, but take a lot of slack out of the rear. So these buckles have a release that allow you to pull extra strap out. What I am going to do, so instead of having a really long tail on one and a short tail on the other, I'm going to feed this all the way through to make sure there's equal length tails on both sides. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. It's just me being, well, particular. What we're trying to do is equalize this strap length. Now, I'm not going to do it super tight because we haven't loaded the bags yet. Once we load the bags, these will tighten up naturally with what's in it. As you load and unload the bags, put different things in and out of them, this is a constant adjustment. So right now I'm going to do them fairly snug, but not tight because I am going to put stuff in this bag. I'm going to do both sides about the same. So make sure that the slack has been taken out about the same. But again, we don't want to tighten it up too much for fear of not having enough room once the bags are fully loaded. Personally, I'm not a fan of this design because what it does is it forces you to readjust these clips every time you put stuff in and out of the bag. I've seen other bags that don't require this step. So once you're done, what I'm going to do, instead of tucking this tail way into the back or way into the front, is I'm just going to fold this tail over a few times and then use this elastic that's on the strap or on the webbing to hold everything in place. That will allow me to make further adjustments in the future. So with the straps in the position that they were in, I've packed this full of a couple of blankets and a couple of towels, just enough to give it some shape. The tension was good. You don't do final tension until everything is closed. So to start with, this is a roll top bag. If you've never used a roll top waterproof bag, it's pretty simple. The whole point is that you roll it on itself and that seals it, and then clip it. So one thing before I do that, I do want to point out, Harley Davidson says that this should not exceed 22 pounds or 10 kilograms when installing on a passenger seat. So I don't know where else you would install it, but 22 pounds is the limit. Right now, of course, I just have blankets and such, so it's not such a worry. All right, let's go ahead and use the roll top. So what I typically do is I roll it a little bit, and then I squeeze the air out. And then pull it up and roll it the rest of the way. And what that does is it keeps the shape and gets as much air out as possible so it doesn't loosen as time goes on. Then on the sides, there is a strap on either side. So we will do this side, come around to this side. Again, we're not tightening anything up yet. We're just go ahead and clipping it in place. Then there's a strap that goes over the top. I'm assuming, because it has this, that this can be used as a handle. However, one of my criticisms with this whole system is it is not quick release in any means. So you saw what it took to get it mounted to the bike. Now, in order to take it back off, if it were full, I would have to loosen all these straps and undo everything, undo it over the seat. So what I've done is I purchased an inner bag to slide inside, just a cheap carry-on bag that you'd get for an airplane, and I just drop that down inside. But in this case, I just have it full of some blankets and towels to show. Now, once this is in place, you will tighten it up a little bit more. So I'm going to take this out of the strap and give it a tug, just like that. So there's one. And I do this 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Now the end straps, tighten these down a little bit because we don't want water to get in. So it's not tightening very easy, so I'm going to do that. And there we have it. There's one. Let's tighten this one up a little bit. And there you have it. That's the Harley Davidson soft pannier, all set for travel. A couple of things to point out that are features. Of course, not only is it waterproof and it mounts fairly easy, but there's also a waterproof exterior pocket right here. I don't know what you'd ever put in there. It's not very big, and it's kind of a pain in the neck to get to, but that's also available. It does have a series of D-rings all the way around it, but for the most part, they're on as good as they're going to get. Of course, once the other side is on and full, this whole arrangement will be a little bit more sturdy, but that's how it installs. In my case, I'll have my trunk on here. In fact, let me show you what it looks like with the trunk. There you have it. Plenty of clearance for a trunk. Backseat passenger has to sit on the strap. Not a design I'm too happy with. But more or less, that's it. Now, if you compare it to the hard bag, you can see, well, hopefully you can see, it's smaller. So it's not as long. It's about as deep, but on the right-hand side, it's certainly wider. On the left-hand side, where the larger bag would go, it's certainly a lot smaller. So luggage capacity is reduced. However, in the event of a tip over, I think my clothes being squished versus a bag being damaged is a little bit better. That's it for today's video on the installation of the Harley Davidson soft panniers. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I always need more subscribers. Hit the bell, you'll be notified of more content. And as always, thanks for watching. Go far with pride.